So, I don't know if anybody told you, but included in your ticket is a free enrollment in the Lisa Trank Institute for Bossy Mamas. Did they tell you that? Okay, well anyway, we're here, so I know that most of you are like highly qualified for this. It won't take too long, maybe 5 or 6 minutes, depending on the amount of laughter, no pressure. So let's get started. So, in those early days of motherhood, I struggled with what kind of mother, what mothering style fit me best. So, I looked to cultural icons like Walt Disney. And then I thought, oh my God, I don't want to be a Walt Disney mom, because we know how that ends up. So instead, I turned to lesser known, but very important cultural archetypes. Exhibit A. Aww. Earth Mother with infinite patience. Okay? Right? We don't have to look far. Boulder's only 20 minutes away. So anyway, Earth Mother with infinite patience. Her child has poked her in the vagina, has screamed at her, ripped apart her organic hemp blouse, and called her a poopy face in front of a full vegan restaurant. Okay, the vegan mother with infinite patience. She whispers beatifically to her little angel. She scoops up the organic juice boxes and the single-source wooden toys and carefully places her angel in the sling that she's fashioned out of the ripped-up shirt. Okay? So this is me in my Earth Mama with infinite patience era. So how can you tell? Okay, so child 1 is not wearing shoes. Her sisters are not wearing socks. That's a whole other story. And me, besides the fact that I'm wearing white while I'm schlepping around 3 children under the age of 3, okay, there's one other really important clue. It might be on the final exam. All right, I'll tell you the answer. My hair is parted down the middle. Next archetype, please. Oh, the crafty mama. Okay. Her house reeks, smells of cinnamon, and is like an explosion of Michaels, or not Hobby Lobby, never Hobby Lobby, an explosion of Michaels. There are bins, and there are baskets, and everything has its place, and everything is in its place. There are little clever sayings written in perfect calligraphy in nooks and crannies that have dried flowers and seasonally appropriate decorations. Yeah, I kind of had that. Cobwebs from, I don't know, how many years of not reaching up there. Dead flowers in a vase with water that doubled as a homeschooling science experiment. And our writing on the wall was our children's Jackson Pollock era. Okay, but listen, I got so close, and this is proof of how close I got. Halloween Mary Poppins. And not your ordinary Mary Poppins. No, this is the jolly holiday Mary Poppins. This is the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Mary Poppins by hand. All right, listen, true confession. I bought the dress at JCPenney, but all the embellishments, these fingers. But and in the end, I really like feeling in my fingers, and besides, most craft experiences with our family ended up with someone sticking a bead up their nose and me having to teach them how to blow it out their nostril. Not a pretty sight. Now, we know this person well. This is Colorado outdoorsy mom, right? Innately athletic, ridiculously tall, always wearing a baseball cap, and their backpack is overflowing with every athletic accoutrement possible, right? And their children, by the age of 5, also innately athletic, ridiculously tall, always wearing baseball caps, have skied up and down every 14er in the state. So, you gotta know this about me. We've lived in Colorado for a number of decades, and we don't ski. The horror. Hey, but you know what? We did horseback riding once. And the next slide will show that we did snowy, outdoorsy activities a couple of times, right? But the truth is, we met never took our kids camping because the determined and expected level of complaining was so high that I would have been running off into the forest never to be seen again, and then I would have been a Disney mom. You know what? I was perplexed. I still am, but I was really perplexed. Like my Guess jeans in middle school, none of these really fit me properly, but I persevered. And I finally found my mothering style, and I've never looked back. So let's finally get to her, the Bossy Mama. Right? So my favorite scene in that film, Elastigirl is navigating her minivan jet. She's got Dash and Violet in tow, and she's reaching behind her beyond all human capability. And then, if that's not enough, she literally turns herself into a human parachute to save her kids. I mean, if that's not the personification of a bossy mama, I don't know what is. But a disclaimer. If you, which you will, embrace your bossy mama, you're going to raise bossy mamas, otherwise known as sassy pants. Okay, so our three SPs, they formed the board of directors of the Institute for Bossy Mamas, and they would meet on a regular basis and would regularly fire me as their mother. Like that guy with ChatGPT. I mean, they fire me, they hire me, they fire me, and every time the same reason. We don't want you as our mama. We want our grandmas as our mamas. To which I would laugh, a slightly evil laugh. Oh, don't they get that their grandmothers are the OG bossy mamas? And they descend from generations of bossy mamas. We have a bossy mama OG in the audience right now. Listen, their work, by the time they're grandmothers, their work as bossy mamas is done. It's up to me, up to us, to keep that tradition alive. Okay, so the secret to being your bossy mama is really quite simple. You just need to dig deep, and you need to stop giving a shit about what society says mothers are supposed to be. Woo! Right? Yeah, I told you that it was an easy A. Okay, there's one more thing we need to do before you graduate. Everybody raise their right hands and repeat after me. I, insert your own name. I'm so glad that nobody said insert your own name. That's really good. Am a bona fide, forever, bossy mama, and nobody will ever take my bossy mama away from me. All right. Congratulations, class.